Hi, everyone.
Hi, James.
Howdy.
Welcome to a Weird BeerThralls presents the Beer Protocol. I'm James. I'm drinking a rum and coke. We'll go to Jake, actually.
Who should go next?
Yeah, you go, Jake. It's weird.
Hi, it's Jake. I have a Tavern Brown Ale from Aleworks Brewing Company, a proud Virginia tradition.
Matt.
I'm Matt. I am drinking my homemade apple mead. That is 1 week away from being taken out of its white oak barrel that was soaked in whiskey.
I'm coming over your house.
I was just at your house.
Yeah,
This never got mentioned.
I know.
I
I'm
know
still
there's a
testing
reason
it.
for that. All right, and then some strange ass person who's here.
Howdy, my name's Kyron. I'm with the Nova Open, and I am drinking Guinness today.
Oh,
Ooh,
gentlemen.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Chink.
clink.
Blink.
All right, so Jake, I will let you start this off with why do we have a strange person in our podcast video cast thing?
So, we're very happy and proud to sort of announce / confirm, if you've seen communication with us on our local Crisis Protocol Discord, that we are going to be helping Nova Open out as event leads for this year's Marvel Crisis Protocol events. So the three of us will be helping put on events, put on tournaments. We'll probably do a follow-up episode where we describe the MCP events in more detail. But we wanted to invite Kyron today to talk about what's going on with Nova, what is the convention, and sort of, get a general introduction with the greater team.
So we should probably start off with what is the Nova Open?
So the Nova Open is World Convention. We've been around since 2009. We started out in 2009 actually raising money for charity, specifically our first owner, Mike Brandt, who now works for Games Workshop, started out to raise money for his mother, who had cancer. So the first event was in 2009, and after that we got the official name of the Nova Open in 2010. And for the last 13 years, our mission has been to run an amazing event every Labor Day weekend from this year's from the 30th of August to the 3rd of September, and to have fun and raise money. So all the profits we get go straight to charities. We've been mostly doing 40K events, a lot of fantasy events, and a lot of narrative events. We branched out in the last couple of years to add a lot more. We are the premier, the biggest wargaming convention on the East Coast.
Wow.
Nice.
You guys used to be in Crystal City in the basement of a hotel. But this year you guys have upgraded apparently.
Yes, so we are now in DC. We are at the Washington Hilton. We are not in the basement anymore, well, kind of, but we're in a massive convention center. So this convention center is a lot bigger and a lot nicer. It's 118,000 square feet over 3 levels?
Ooh,
It's,
crap.
I've seen some
big.
of the floor plans. It's going to be a big event.
Wait,
Oh
You
yeah,
might get
3
lost
levels.
in maps.
3 levels, 118,000 square feet in total. Most is going to honestly be on 2 levels. The third level is going to have a bunch of small classes, but we have 2 main levels and a third offshoot level. Yeah, the biggest space is 30,000 square feet. We're going to host all 40K GT, which should host at least 400 people. And this hotel is a lot cooler and a lot better than I think our previous hotels. One, it's bigger. Two, there's a lot more stuff nearby and even inside the hotel. In the hotel, they have 2 bars and a restaurant. Around the hotel, so we're north of, if anyone knows DC, we're a couple blocks away from Foggy Bottom, which, if you know that area, has all the best food and beer in DC. So if you're looking for food, beer, stuff to do, we're in the heart of DC, so there is unlimited things to find to eat and drink, which is my personal favorite as a foodie myself. I love it.
Yeah. So you could come, throw a truck with the new Immortal Hulk model, and then go find a food truck and pretend you can throw it while having a bite to eat.
Oh,
Please,
Foggy
don't
Bottom's
try it
got
for the
some of
food
the
truck.
Yeah, Foggy Bottom's got some of like the best like breweries and like seafood places in DC. It's
Seafood
really
would be
good.
So you mentioned something in there that there's going to be some classes. So I remember from some of the planning meetings we've been discussing, there's going to be some seminars and courses this year, which I think is we're all kind of excited about because that's kind of a new direction, or we're expanding the direction that Nova's going.
Right. So Nova's always had seminars, right? And we've always tried to bring in professional painters. Actually, we have always been bringing in professional painters. We bring in a lot of people from Europe, from Poland, all over the country. CK Studios, which is a American renowned painting studio. We try to bring in professionals, not borrow from down the street, but we bring in some world-class people. So this year, I want to say we have over 100 classes, painting seminars, and we just actually added 3 more this week. We'll probably be adding another, hopefully a dozen. So actually, if you don't mind, I picked out a couple classes I think you and your viewers would like, if I can talk about them.
Of course,
Absolutely.
Go for it.
So the first one I think you guys would like the most is called Pow Kabam Painting with the Power of Comic Books by Steven Garcia. They are teaching a class, I think it's the second day of Nova. Basically, they're taking inspiration from traditional comic books and painting them like that, painting miniatures like that. Another cool one I think would be really good for your folks is How to Paint a Vibrant Red by Izzy Sanchez. It's based, yeah, and actually one of the things I was talking to Dan Osborne, who runs all of our seminars, he brought that one up because in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's a lot of vibrant colors in general. A lot of your characters have a lot of very bright and beautiful colors. And that's one of the things Izzy's going to be teaching. Now, we do have some more advanced classes like that. We also have a lot of beginner classes. We have a lot of Kayla from CK Studios is teaching the art of airbrushing, basically how an airbrush works. We have a lot of other classes teaching basic painting, how to do line highlights, how to do dry brushing, etc. And then we have some more advanced classes, like Dan Osborne has mentioned, is teaching Absolutely Filthy of how to use enamel painting, how to paint weather. And then we have some super advanced classes. Actually, I mentioned we have a guy from Poland. I'm going to butcher his name, and I do apologize ahead of time. Krzysztof Habel? Zyke? I'm butchering the name. I do apologize, sir.
Cheers. We do our best.
I barely speak English some days, but he's doing paint and lighting ambiance, which is basically how to do object source lighting and stuff like that. So we have everything from basically fresh painting to advanced painting. And then GW is coming, Games Workshop, who is doing a lot of the more basic painting classes, how to do weathering, dry brushing, contrast paints. So if you want to learn anything, this is the place to be.
So,
I've actually
Jake,
taken
how
one
much
of those.
volunteer time do you need from us? Because I have other things to do.
Actually, if you have a chance, go take the GW weathering. It's a really good course.
Luckily for you, though, a lot of these classes, you have anything from 90-minute classes to 4-hour classes to the one that Mr. I'm not going to butcher his name again, I apologize, is teaching is a 3-day class, or 2-day class, my apologies. So we have a lot of, you can pick what you want to do. You want to spend 2 days in the classroom learning? Or do you want 90 minutes? And there's multiples of a lot of these classes, so you can find time in your schedule to beat abuse or find someone else to take your shifts.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So for opportunities to try stuff out and learn new techniques, that sounds awesome. But what if you got stuff already painted you want to enter into a competition or compare with other folks?
So we have Capital Palettes. We've been running that since 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having to think back now, which is kind of dangerous. But yeah, 2011, 2012, we run Capital Palette, which is similar to Crystal Brush, right? It's all a large painting event. We have almost over a dozen categories. We have everyone from to advanced painters to professional painters. Anyone can enter. I believe it's $10 a ticket per event, and you can enter as many things as you want, as many categories as you want.
I would love to see some Titans. I know there's going to be a Titan walk this year, so at some point they will be marching around.
There is, yes. We have a Titan walk scheduled. We have 2 Titan events. We have a Titan walk, and then there's a game called Titanicus, which is basically little mini Titans about yay big. Well, we're playing full-scale Titanicus. So we're playing basic Titanicus with 12-inch to 36-inch models. So small children, basically.
What's a Titan walk?
Yeah.
So Titan Walk, there's a group, Titan Owners Club. They maintain a group that does Titan Walk. So eventually you show up with your big Warhammer 40k Titans, and you show them off. And you sit there with your friends, have a couple of beers, show off all your Titans, and they have a little big ceremony. It's really cool. And you get to see a lot of beautiful paintings. Because anyone who has a Titan, as someone who has 2, they're beautiful and they're a lot of work. And the guys and gals that have these put hundreds. I mean, I have my Warhound Titan. I have 300 hours in to painting it, and another 100 hours of building it. So you see a lot of beautiful, well-maintained models on parade.
So it basically sounds like the equivalent of like our peers, or let's be honest, our dads, like sports car club. Everyone shows up with their beautiful Porsche.
So they're gonna be in a
Yes.
parking lot, just revving engines and showing off Titans.
Yes.
Shooting RPGs, whatever.
I had to get into context for some of our. I'm not even going to hazard a guess who found that relevant.
No, that's good. I'm actually going to steal that later. I'm going to use that on next meeting.
So what about our event?
Our event, I can field this one. Our event, we are going to be running a whole weekend slate of Crisis Protocol events. We're going to have open play all weekend. We're going to have a few tables set aside for people to come in, set up, pick up games, try out new models that you've picked up, maybe even at the convention. There's going to be, a massive vendors hall. And then you can, we're going to have an organized event for trying out various Ultimate Encounter kits. If you haven't had a chance to try some of the harder to find ones at store events, like Separation Anxiety, I'm going to be working really hard to get a hold of, which is a 4-player free-for-all encounter. Our main event is a singles tournament on Friday and Saturday of the convention. 24 players in each heat play a Swiss tournament for the day, and the top 4 at each day's event will be cut to a top 8 tournament on Sunday. Prize support to be announced later. But other than the glory, of course, glory is all yours. We're also going to be trying for, I believe, first time at Nova, a team tournament on, I want to say that is on also Friday and Saturday. Yes, we are running a simultaneous team tournament as well for teams of 3, where you can squad up with your friends, take on another team, and best team, but essentially winner takes all amongst the 3 games you play each round. And then finally on Sunday, we're anticipating having scrambles. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Edit out the ums.
Oh no.
So, but it's going to be lots of quick play tournaments. Come with your friends, see if you can pick up a few games. We're going to have people sort of around looking for games throughout the weekend. And you can see all of our events are still available to be signed up online through the Nova Open site, where you can also register for your badge and other events. So I know one of the questions we had come in for our stuff in particular that I'll answer directly. Because we have 2 one-day tournaments that then cut to a 3rd day, if you do get a badge for just 1 day and you are one of our fortunate 4 winners who get invited back for another tournament, there will be more badges available. You can still get a badge for that day. You can pick up more badges at the convention for more days if you need them.
But what about hotel space? Is there still rooms available?
So yeah, so actually I'll go. We have night schedule at a hotel rate. I want to say it's $159 per night, starting from the Sunday before Nova until Monday after Nova. So every night's available except Monday. Wednesday. My apologies. Wednesday we have sold out of nights. But if you call the hotel and you tell them that you're there for the convention, they will add it for you, and they'll give you the nightly rate.
Nice.
Nice.
We're just trying to work with the hotel to get more space available. It's part of the whole negotiating with hotels. You get allotted so many things for your section, and to get more, you have to sell out certain parts. And we sold out the Wednesday night, I think 3 times already. So every time we've expanded it. I think the first one we expanded it, and by the time I could go on Facebook to be like, okay, it's up, it's already been sold out. I was like, okay, good thing I got busy and forgot, because I would have posted it all. Yeah, and I think we saw it 3 times. We'll still work with the hotel to get more Wednesday night slots available. But if when in doubt, call the Hilton, tell them you're there at the convention. They are fantastic, and they're giving everyone the hotel rate at the moment who calls.
And we will post in this episode description details for the specific hotel. So there will be an actual link to their site, and so you can find their contact.
You make me do work on editing, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Are you going to flash up on the screen the contact details in this spot?
I will right now. hotel. Where can I get badges and sign up for these things?
So badges and signing up events, we use a website called Tabletop Events. I'll give you the link and you can share with everybody. On the website, it's kind of confusing, but we have five main badges. You have a buy one get one bundle, which basically can give you a hotel, a special event for the 40K or the Age of Sigmar GT, which your people will be playing in more than likely, but it's a buy one get all for that. And then we have we call it Supernova, which sold out this year in 47 seconds, which is our VIP bag.
Holy mackerel.
So there's 150 of those, and they sold out, I think, 47 seconds. I could be wrong, but it's something around there. And then we have our slightly more higher tier pass called the Dwarf Nova, which is like kind of a higher tier VIP bag and pass. That gets you, again, both of those get you in the convention all weekend. And then you have our all weekend convention access pass, we call the cap. And that gets you in all weekend. That's $65. But if you want to just come for a day, whether you're playing in a one-day event, or if you just want to come in and take a look around, we sell day passes. You can buy them ahead of time, or you can buy them at the front door. And those are $15 for Tuesday and Wednesday, and the rest of the convention is $24.
Not bad.
No, not at all. And that gets you into any event. Now, to buy tickets, you also have to go to Tabletop Events, but you can't buy a ticket until you have a convention pass. And you have to have a convention pass for either the whole weekend or those days you're playing in.
Cool.
But yeah, so I actually have open another screen. Our events for the event for the weekend, I can confirm we still have tickets available, but we have actually sold out on our main event tickets for both days.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Keep an eye open for announcements both on our channel and through Nova. If we get more seats available, we'll be announcing it through there. We still have plenty of events that have tickets if you want to come. And we're going to be working hard to make sure there's no upper limit on people who could sign up for open play. It'll be kind of a first come, first serve for those tables. So feel free to hang out, pick up some games.
Yeah, you guys sold out 3 events so far, I believe, which is amazing. And your first 2 main events sold out very quickly.
Yay.
Those are the returning
Pressure.
events. So a lot of people in our local community were like, when does it go live?
We are going to have to build so much terrain.
Yay. My favorite part.
Because we do not do anything like half-assed. So we're going to have to just up the game and start building some amazing tables.
Well, you're going to have to compete with some of the people there because Lord of the Rings, event by Devin,
Oh.
has some of the best terrain you've seen in the world. And all narrative guys who run the 40K, 30K narrative also have some beautiful terrain. So if you want to get some good terrain, you got stiff competition.
So
I mean, I treat competition like strongman lifting. My competition's me. As long as I do better this time than last time, I'm a winner.
So I will say, as part of my final thoughts, if you do get a chance to go to the Nova Open, do stop by the Lord of the Rings tables. Oh, these tables are, I don't want to say gorgeous because that is an understatement. This is like scenery from the movies.
So it's a 1-to-1 recreation of New Zealand.
Pretty much. They are like, I do not understand how they would let them put like actual things on these tables. They're just that good.
And each table is custom made. I mean, Devin's had every single one of those tables. Devin's the man who runs Lord of the Rings. He has put a lot of work in those tables. He's been doing it for a decade now. And every year he adds always another couple beautiful tables, and they're all from the books and the movies. And if you look, you can see he copies a lot of them almost one for one.
They're insane.
God bless. So ours aren't going to be that good.
We have a train yard.
We do have a subway.
No, we have a subway.
Direction.
But now we're going to have to make a train yard because you talked about it.
Oh, I got ideas. All right, final thoughts.
My final thought and question. Thank you so much for coming on. Is the thought, then the question.
Thank you.
What charities are we going to support this year?
Ooh, that is a great question. So the charity we've been with the longest, and our first partner and our sister organization, the Nova Open Charitable Foundation. We donate a lot to them. We also donate to the Mental Health Charity Partners, which is a 501c C3. and they will be running a lot of events at Nova. Actually, they're going to be running a lot of take and plays, paint and takes. So basically,
Ooh.
you'll sit down and you'll have 1 hour, and then do speed painting competitions.
Nice.
Jake, I need an
So
hour.
So they focus on mental health issues and helping out people. We also have been starting to help a lot of more local to, again, we're from Northern Virginia, DC area. So we're helping so what else? They're a group that raises money for families needing help in the DC metro region. We donate a lot to them, and we actually will be helping them at some events throughout this year too. Then we also donate to Table War. Table War has a charity out of Austin for autism, and we help them a lot. Those are all 4 big charitable partners.
If we have people who want to come to the event or see this that want to help those causes that and charities that you've mentioned, is it possible for us to get some of that information to throw up on our site to have
Yeah.
people be able to donate directly to?
I can pass that along and get you what you need.
Perfect. I appreciate that.
Make sure
That's
it's
Thank
on
my
the
you.
final
Facebook and
thought
everything.
question. I like charity.
We do too. And Nova, again, is a charitable organization. We give everything to charity. We've been doing this since our founding. So it's one of the reasons I've stuck with Nova for I feel old saying this, the last decade. If you guys have more final thoughts, can I plug a couple of things and tell your viewers
Of
what some other cool
course.
things at Nova?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this year we've got big into RPGs. We have a group running RPG. I think we're running 11 different RPGs. D&D, Pathfinder, Cthulhu, and the Fallout RPG are just some of the big ones. We also have what we call Kids Hammer. For some of you who have little ones,
Oh, cool.
we have Kids Hammer has 4 different events. There's 3 for Age of Sigmar, where basically kids will come, build and paint a little army, get some understanding, and then play some games. That's meant for any kids from about 8 to about 16. And then they have a couple D&D sessions for kids, so kids can come run through a certified child PG level D&D game. So you can get youngsters in, come bring them in, and get them introduced to the hobby with other kids too, whether that's around their age. We also bringing back for the first time Square Hammer is going to be running a Warhammer Fantasy event. That's an older game that hasn't existed in a while. But actually, Games Workshop's bringing it back, which is Warhammer Fantasy. So they're going to be running a massive event for that. We also, for people who come and you get bored after playing so many games, you get tired. I know you guys said you love board game people. You love your board games.
Yeah.
So we have a board game room in Nova this year. And we have a thing we call Play to Win. So basically, the more board games you play, the more games you win, the more points you get. At the end of the convention, you can get prizes. And our board game room should be open 24/7. So,
nice.
yeah, which is amazing.
Mhm.
And then let's see. This is gonna be more on the 40K side for people who play that. But we have the world qualifiers for the World Championships for Warhammer Kill Team, 40K, Age of Sigmar, and Warhammer Underworlds. So you can go there, play that, get the golden ticket, and then go to the big event. And I believe it is Atlanta this year. And for those of you who get bored during the event, like I mentioned, I'm more of a hobbyer. I don't play much anymore, but some people just get tired of playing. We have a spot called Hobby Haven, where we're going to have dozens of chairs and desks set up with paint and paintbrushes supplied by Army Painter, where you can just go sit there and hobby. Or if you're like me, when I do plan events, I always forget about 2 models to need painted. So you can go rush up there and paint your last 2 models for an event. Not that I've done that 1 or 3 times in my life.
At
Now,
least you kept
James,
it
if I
different.
ever can't find you to help, TO an event, I'm gonna check there first.
I have
So
no idea what you're talking about. I won't be sitting there
I'm gonna
painting.
check the Lord of the Ring room first. Then
Yeah, I was gonna say I would go Lord of the Rings first because you just might be standing there mesmerized.
Just crying happily.
I
I
wish I was this good.
I was
You won't be
planning
the first one, and you won't be the last who's done that, so it's okay.
I was planning on actually just driving back and forth. I think I'm gonna get a hotel room now and just
Yeah,
basically stay the entire weekend.
yeah. No, James, we're getting a hotel room.
Yeah. Well,
eager BeerThralls listeners, we hope to see you guys at the convention. Like I said, we'll come back and talk more detail about the MCP events we're going to be putting on hold. We're going to be holding. And thank you again so much for coming out and talking about Nova Open. I'm super excited for this year's event.
Thank you for having me. Can't wait to see you all there. Can't wait to see all your people coming and playing some amazing events, some amazing train you guys are going to build.
Our bar's been set, James. Let's go next weekend.
Start 3D printing. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Game off.
Bye.